Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 20 of Direwolf20's... Oh wow, we have a lot of enchanted books. Enigmatica6 series, where today I'm getting ready to progress further in Occultism, which is a fun mod, newish kind of magic mod, definitely a different approach to some mechanics. Want to check out how to progress today. I got a few things planned. I've been kind of looking through the quest book. I think Purple Chalk is our next major progression point. The gist that I get from this mod is that basically chalk is what gates you between the four different tiers of the mod. So like tier 1 is like tier 1 rituals that we've drawn on the ground with white chalk only. Then you get access to gold chalk, then you get access to purple chalk, and then eventually you get access to red chalk, which is pretty serious business. I understand we're going to eventually be able to have like auto mining going on with this thing. We're going to have a storage mechanic with this mod, and there's a bunch of cool gadgets and items that I want to check out. So today we're going to continue progressing down that line. However, before we jump right into that, I would like to get something. The Insightful Crystal from the Thermal series. Looks like a good time to me. And the reason I want to get this is it stores experience. Look at that. Aha. So Thermal added an experience storage mechanic, which is pretty cool. So I should be able to craft a bottle of enchanting with kind of any two books, I assume? Yeah, looks like that works. Beautiful. And then I can take that bottle of experience, get an Insightful Crystal, and then boom, look at that. Cool. Shield Bash, Bullseye, Quick Charge, Pedestal Capacity, Chilling Reboot, Gourmand, Mana Boost, Reactive Piercing, Quick Draw, Flame, and Holding 2. Ain't terrible. Ain't terrible. I might throw that Holding 2 on there. How high does Holding go? Holding goes all the way up to 7, which is a very large number. We'll see how much experience I can store in this thing, but obviously I've got 46 levels of experience, which is pretty awesome. And we're very quickly going to be getting more experience from these quests that we're completing, so I figured now might be a good time to go ahead and get myself an Insightful Crystal. So it looks like you just right-click to fill it up. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. And the texture changes and everything as it fills. That's nifty. And obviously it's going to fill slower as we get more and more experience stored in there. So that was about, I mean, that's not terrible, but we definitely want to throw Holding on that thing. And that'll have to be a thing that comes at some point in the future. And the reason primarily that I thought to do that is I think we get like 500 experience from our next quest. And we're going to get 4 purple chalks. Goodness gracious, I guess we're going to need a lot of purple chalk. Let's get into making of the things. So what we want is another impure white chalk, which is Otherworld Ashes, which is Otherworld Wood. Okay, so Otherworld Wood. I've got exactly 3 of those. We're going to need more of this, aren't we? I mean, in theory, yes. Can you, Marmead, not do that? Because that would just be the best if you could stop. If you could stop pretending that I want you to crush wood, that would be... How about you come over here, Chief? Would that be... Can you... If I give you something to pick up, will you just pick up anything? Or no, you want something that you can crush, don't you? Can you crush this? Can you crush that? Oh, there you go. Yeah, don't crush up my Otherworld wood too much. Over here, Chief. Thank you. I'm assuming there's a radius within that he will detect things. There's also, I think I found a way within the mod to pick him up, and we're going to work towards that very soon. So what's interesting is that he doesn't have a book like the other demons do that allow me to pick him up, but that's okay, because there's a way to make this happen. All right, so you come here and do this, and then we want the purple chalk. So we're going to need some obsidian. This is crushed obsidian that we need for this, and our little buddy over here, who keeps being overzealous, is capable of crushing obsidian for us. So we'll give him some work to do. Some actual work to do. Mar McCreed. How's your essence decay? Is around 20%ish. So he is going to eventually die off, remember. I think there's ways to prevent these guys from dying off, but... We'll get to that as the mod progression happens. And then we're going to figure out, like, how much of occultism do we want to have, like, a whole area for. We'll see. I'm learning the mod right now. It's kind of just like, let's check out this thing. Boy, obsidian takes a while to crush. Which is not uncommon for pretty much every other mod. Almost every other mod makes obsidian take longer to crush. So I'm not surprised that Marmead is, you know, taking a sweet time. Hey, there we go. Nice. Cool. So purple dust. So the main thing, the gate here was crushed endstone. And I actually got the crushed endstone from an early quest reward. I forget which one, but one of these dudes gave me crushed endstone. I forget which. There we go, crushed endstone. Sweet. So when we got the Crusher Spirit, I got crushed endstone as a reward. Okay, cool. So then impure purple chalk, and then pure purple chalk. And that is a quest completion. Nice. And that's going to reward me with more purple chalk and a bunch of experience. A bunch of experience. And what I'll probably wind up doing is just throwing the extra purple chalk that I got into refined storage. Beautiful. All right, so now that we've got purple chalk, we can access the third tier of pentacles, right? So we did Aviar's Circle. We did Azivius's Spectral Compulsion. Hedrine's Lore attracts Foliot and forces them to visit a nearby creature. So that's how you summon possessed mobs. Okay. Ophix's Calling. This one will summon Ginny. You need skeleton skulls for this to work. And that'll give us access to the Ginny stuff and a few other things. So, number one, we got that. Ophix's Calling. And then Striger's Higher Binding we also have access to. This is one I want to make right now and check out. Because this one looks pretty neat. Because this is going to give us access to a bunch of items that are going to be useful. And then this one forces nearby Ginny to possess a creature. So that gives me Possessed Enderman. Looks like the only thing it does. Probably don't need that one. We'll see. And this one, Abra's Conjecture, requires red stuff. Which is bad news. So we don't have that yet. Cool. A few of these have like literally just one use, as you can see. But I suspect that this mod is work in progress, so there's more stuff coming, which is kind of neat. So let's go ahead and check out the one that I want, Strigor's Higher Binding, because this is going to give us access to a bunch of cool stuff. I'm going to Strigor's Higher Binding. Let's visualize this and find a good spot to kind of do this ritual at. Let's fill in some ground. Well, maybe I'll do this. And let's center him-ish here. Does that look cool? Yeah, that looks good to me. Just filling in a little bit of dirt, don't mind me. Well, maybe we'll keep this one a little bit. Okay, that looks good. So let's get our chalk drawn first. So this one obviously is going to need white, gold, and purple chalk. So we're going to get that drawn. Sweet. Okay, and then we're going to need 4 candles and 4 of those crystal gem things. Now, those crystal gem things are, you know, a decent amount. So I might steal those spirit attuned crystals, only make 2 more, because I need diamonds for them. So what I can probably do see, it's 4 diamonds per crystal. So what I could probably do is borrow these from the other ritual. And everybody at this moment should be saying to themselves, Dyer, you're going to forget to replace those, and then you're going to go to use that ritual thingy over there, and then you're going to be like, hey, why isn't it working? And you're going to spend like 5 minutes thinking about why isn't that working, and then be like, oh, right, I forgot I took the crystals. Everybody who knows Dyer should know that that's about to happen, and you are 100% correct in that thought process. I'm letting you know that that's something that's going to happen in the future, okay? Just so you're aware. So we're going to want a few sacrificial bowls. Let's go with 5-ish of them, and then turn 1 to the gold. And that should be cool. Complete. Nice. All right, so there's something I want to make. The first thing I want to make is an empty soul gem. Use on a creature to capture it. This is your standard pick up mob and move it around mechanic, which I've been wanting to do for passive animals anyway, but also you can use it to pick up that crusher dude. So to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to need a total of 8 of these dudes. Okay. Placed around the ritual. And again, it doesn't matter where you actually place the bowls. Okay. And then we're going to need 4 soul sand, diamond, gold, silver, copper. Okay. Soul sand, diamond, gold, copper, silver. What I very much appreciate is this mod is very good about not accepting multiple items in its offering plates and only takes 1 at a time. It's kind of the best. And then we need a Book of Binding for the Djinni. So Djinni is the 3rd tier book. So the Dictionary of Spirits plus the Book of Djinni Binding, which is just 4 green dye and a book and quill. So that's cool. We don't have any of those things. Where's my Purified Ink? Did we run out of it? I thought I had Purified Ink. Don't I totally have Purified Ink? Does it get used up? I didn't think so. I think it legitimately was like always good. Well, let me get all this stuff. We're gonna have to find, do we have any cactus? No, we don't really. We have Acacia blossoms. That's not cactus. But we live pretty close to a place that might have cactus in it. So I'll come back in a minute once I get this crafted, and then we'll proceed. Dude, look at this crazy big bug. I don't even know what you are. Tarantula hawk. Oh my goodness, that's terrifying. Why is that a thing? Who added a tarantula hawk to this game? No. I don't want you to exist. I want you to exist in this world that I live in. Tarantula hawks are terrifying. No. It's like the 2nd or 3rd most painful sting you can get. Okay, is that enough cactus for now? Probably. I just want like a few extra so that I have them. We'll eventually set up some form of cactus farm. And then pop home. And then smelt. And then you'll do the thing, and back in a minute. So that'll be for that. And we've got the Book of Binding. Sweet. Sweet. Task completed. You must craft this book. Oh, right. I have to take you and add them to you, and then that goes to that, and then that's cool. All right. It's like this mod knew I was going to be a derp. I'm sure like 1,000 people have made that mistake, and the mod author is probably like, all right, when you try to use the wrong book, I'm going to give you a very obvious error message on the screen, because I'm sure 1,000 people have probably been like, I did the book thing, and it didn't. Yeah, that's hilarious. So, hey, that was a quest, by the by, wasn't it? Or was that just an achievement that I got? No, it wasn't an achievement. I thought it was a quest. Might be one of these quest doohickeys. Summon Djinni to make it nighttime. What time is it? Ooh. While the spirits of the other world do not have the ability to send you forward or backward in time, they do have the power to change the time of day. Very useful for tasks that require night to complete. I like that. I like that. We're going to have to try that one. All right. You have finished and made an empty soul gem. How cool is that? So now I can pick you up. Oh, that's cool. Contains a captured foliot. I can pretty much do whatever I want with this guy now. But I think, and I'm pretty sure this is an accurate statement, this can pick up almost any entity except boss mobs. So I can pick up sheep, I can pick up spiders, I can pick up zombies, like you name it, I got it. So obviously there's other mods that have had this mechanic before, right? I mean, Mob Imprisonment Tool and, you know, about a dozen other mobs that allow you to pick up stuff and move creatures around. Yep, 100% picks up the sheep, move the sheep. I like it. I do. But it's always exciting to me to find a different way to do stuff, because clearly, as somebody who's making YouTube videos about these mods, if I use the same item every single playthrough, people get bored, right? So I like to find alternate ways to do things. So it's like, hey, look, that's, you know, he got to the same end goal, right? I did the same thing I wanted to do, which was pick up mobs and move them around, but we found another way to do it, which is exciting. Sweet. All right, cool. Should we try that time of day thing? We're gonna need one of those Ginny dudes, but let's check that out, right? Which one of these Ginny makes the different time of day? It might be the Ophix's Calling one. Yeah, time magic. Interesting. So I wonder how this works. Like, do I do the ritual and then it makes it night? Because that's a lot of steps just to make it night. You know, especially like this one makes it dawn. That's a lot of steps to make it dawn when you can just sleep. But maybe it gives you an item that lets you make it dawn or night, or maybe it summons a thing. Let's try it out just to see. Though I don't know why. Why does the quest want me to make a clock? The quest wants me to make a clock. That does not look like... Although... Summon Ginny to make it nighttime. Oh, that is not actually a clock. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So this is a different ritual. It needs skeleton skulls. I think we could pull this off. I think we could make that ritual. Yeah. Do we have any skeleton skulls yet? We have one skeleton skull, but I think we can get more. There's a ritual that is designed to get you some skeleton skulls. Possessed skeletons. Drops one skeleton skull all the time. It will always drop at least one skeleton skull when killed. So, Book of Binding Foliot, and then we have to sacrifice a chicken. And the ingredients are 4 bones. Okay. I think. I wonder if it uses the book every time I do it, because that would be annoying. Like, the things that are like making an item or summoning it, like, it makes sense that those use the book. But this, it would be really annoying if it used the book every time I did this. But I guess we'll find out. Book of Binding Foliot. And we need to sacrifice a chicken, so we're going to have to go find a chicken in the world, and 4 bones. Let's... And then the pentacle is Hedrophin's Lore, so that's a different pentacle than we've had thus far. That's a big one. Look at that. Okay. Part of me wants to just, like, you know, cannibalize our other things here. I think that needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles in total. Like, no sense making multiple of these, right? But we will need 2 more candles. And I can always just, you know, rearrange and reposition and change stuff up with to make this work a little bit better. Cool. So what I'll wind up doing is probably just moving the candles around as needed. Okay. Cool. Ah, don't do that. Silly pickaxe and your bounding boxes. Not cool. So it said 4 bones. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this works out. We have to sacrifice a chicken, but luckily we have the item now that will allow us to pick up a chicken. And then it was the summon Ginny thingy, the Foliot book. Cool. Book of Binding Foliot is going to be you, so we'll make this happen. Oh, looks like we're low on feathers of all things. Severing, huh? That's neat. What's severing do? I assume it something. We'll figure it out. All right, let me sleep through the night real quick. I'm gonna go find some chickens, bring one home, maybe kill a couple to get some feathers. We're right back. I found some moose. It looks like they fight each other too. That's kind of cool. I wonder, I should look, does Alex's mob tell me how many different types of mobs there are? Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay, cool. Bunch of stuff. There's definitely some things we have not yet found. We're going to need to find all of Alex's mobs and check them out. Moose are pretty cool, though. Though I should note that a moose once bit my sister. No, really. She was carving her initials on the moose with the sharpened end of an intergalactic toothbrush given her by Svenge, her brother-in-law, who's an Oslo dentist and star of many Norwegian movies. True story. The lack of chickens in this world is hilarious, by the way. Looks like I found a village up ahead. Oh my goodness, I think I found chickens. Alright, let's definitely grab one. And then we need a few feathers. Sorry, boys. It was very hard to find you, and it feels wrong to kill you, but at the same time, I really need the feathers. So, meh. We'll, at some point, get a second one of these soul gems, and we should probably make a passive mob farm, where we can have, like, you know, a bunch of chickens and whatnot. So you guys aren't too far from Pacific, so what I could do is slash home. Here's what I could do. A quickie little fence setup wouldn't be a terrible way to go. Okay. Stack sounds like a good time. Sleep through this night. Yeah, the waystone in that village I just found was called Pacific, so I can waystone my way back there pretty quickly and easily. Let's get some more dirt. Let's get our building gadget. We will fill in this creeper hole. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I don't want this too close to my house on account of, you know, animal noises and whatnot. I do love how fast this thing digs, though. It's alright, I don't need that bread anyway. Is that pretty good in terms of a distance away? Shouldn't be too bad. Perfect. Alright, so I do that, and then we can go get another chicken with our empty soul gem. From... I need... Oh, wow. I need experience in order to teleport that far. Alright. Pacific. Ta-da! And then, about where were those chickens? I think they were, like, this-ish direction. We'll find them. What's this place? Oh, that's cool. Like a little hobbit hole. Neat. Yeah, I forget exactly what direction the chickens were in, but I'll find them. Because they were not far. They were not far. Ish. They were, like, really pretty close. There they are. Found them. So as long as I get 2... Cool. Then we can get some seeds. Come here, boys. Well, probably not both boys, but, you know. The parrots and the bats. I'm gonna go get one more chicken, whose purpose will be the sacrificial part for this ritual. But at least now we've got 3 chickens in our pen, and we'll just start a chicken farm. And then I'll probably get sheep and cows over there at some point, because I'm going to need more leather, obviously, more wool, all this stuff. So having a little animal farm over there doesn't sound bad. Is my favorite muffler mod in this pack? It is, because this pack is awesome. It is, because this pack is awesome. I do love that muffler mod. It's so good. Doesn't hurt to check these guys out, right? Maybe not. I'm pretty sure I've got all the constellation paper I'm ever going to need at this point, but it doesn't hurt to snag some if you happen across the thing, so that when we do get into, whatchamacallit, into Astral, because you know me, I love my Astral Sorcery. Definitely one of my favorite mods. Once we get to doing that, it's going to be nice to have all that constellation paper already discovered. Nice. Alright, so I've got the soul gem that we're going to need, and then we need the Ginny book, so that should be you. And some white dye, which is just bone meal. Really? With the purified ink? Does it use the... I could have sworn like that was like a not getting used kind of thing. Not the end of the world, but what I will probably want to do... I've got shears and I've got bone meal. And we're going to do the quick thing. Alright, that should be a healthy amount of black dye that we can get now. So let's get Britannia Pestle Immortal. Yeah, buddy. So much better than farming squids, let me tell you. And then I'm going to take, like, let's start with 8 for now. Does that sound like a good number? And get just a bunch of these ink dudes. Hello, thank you. Alright, so then this dude, this dude, this dude, and... Where's my book? Where's my guidebook thing? Did it use it up when I crafted with it last time? I thought it didn't do that. I mean, I can always just get another one. But I didn't think it did that. Did it go in? Oh, it did. It went into here. Oh, and it's an Akashic Tome, too. So, I mean, that's good that it didn't eat that. But yes. I must have put it in there when I got this out of my thingy. I was going to say, I didn't think he ate that book. I was pretty sure he wasn't supposed to eat that book. I'm glad to see I was correct about that. Good, because he has an Akashic Tome, and he also has some other things that I don't want eaten. Alright, good deal. So now... Now, are you going to consume this book? Started summoning possessed skeleton. Cool. Now, gray particle effects mean that the ritual is waiting for you to do something. And as a reminder, what it's waiting for you to do is sacrifice a chicken. So we have to sacrifice a chicken. So gray particle effects mean the ritual is working, but waiting for you to do something. There's other things that can absolutely happen. And, like, besides sacrificial, like, there's other things you might have to do to, like, kick off the ritual. But in this case, I think you just have to... Oops, not what I wanted to do. Down foliot. Wait for the purple particle effects to happen. And I think you just need to sacrifice him, like, nearby-ish. And look, now they're purple. See how it switched to purple as soon as we did that? That's what's up. Now, this should summon a skeleton who's guaranteed to drop a skeleton skull. Now, again, my question is, am I going to get this book back? I kind of would like to see us get that book back. I feel like that book is a nuisance enough to craft that crafting a new one of those books just to summon a single skeleton is like, meh. But we'll see. We'll see. Curses. Well, did we get our skeleton skull? We did. The bummer is we did not keep the book. So the book is definitely consumed in that summoning process. Good to know. Not loving that that's the case. But meh. What did I need that summoning skeleton again? Ofix is calling to check out time magic. That's right. It's been so long that I've been looking for chickens, I forgot what I was doing. I think I'll have better luck just running around and killing skeletons and hoping for like a rare drop. Now what I will say is I might want to get rid of this trinket that I have that kills mobs, because as much as I appreciate them, they don't have fortune. Or looting, or whatever, right? So I might decide that I don't want that, but we'll see. See, he's gonna go kill that skeleton and not apply fortune or looting, which is a bummer. So I might disable the dark egg trinket for now. For now. We'll see. I'll always put it back on if I want to. That's the beauty of this mod, is I don't have to worry about that. Nice. Have I gotten any heads yet? No. Okay, so not so lucky. I'm going to try, if I don't have any luck, I might make a cleaver from Tinkers or something else. Ooh, I got the Creepo trinket. What's that do? That's interesting. Hey, what? Creepo trinket. Creepers target you will not spawn an explosion. I kind of like that. Creeper? Ha! He just disappears instead of exploding. That's brilliant. I love it. That is absolutely awesome. Let's get rid of some of this junk that we don't need. No such luck, by the way, on skeleton skulls yet. But the night's not over. Well, I spent the entire night hunting skeletons and, like, really focused on killing skeletons and got 0 skulls. So I might need to make a cleaver from Tinkers. Need to make a cleaver from Tinkers. Or I'll just summon 2 more of these dudes. I mean, there might be more skulls that we need in the future, but not too worried about it. I am going to say, though, that I really like the no more creeper explosions trinket. That is awesome. That is really a neat one. Let me probably wrap up here. We'll come back next episode. I'll probably get a couple more skeleton skulls between episodes, and we'll check out these nifty things in Occultism that I really want to play with, right? Because there's obviously some cool stuff in here that I want to do. Oh, I got one of these. Cool. Occultism Epic Grab. Oh, goody. More Spirit Attuned Gems. That's probably helpful. All right, yeah, wrapping up point. Ep20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to play more with Occultism because it's a fun mod. I'm enjoying checking out all the things that exist in it. And definitely want to see some of the more advanced gadgetry that's coming in our future, right? Like ore miners. Yeah, that's going to be cool. That should be a good time. Dimensional mine shafts. Sounds pretty neat. I like it. All right, guys. Take it easy.